Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to your reading for the week of August 2nd. This week, or August 3rd, I think. I don't know. Do I ever know what week it is? Probably not, Pisces. But anyway, thank you for being here. If you want to catch me live, I go live every single day at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All you have to do is subscribe and click the bell notification icon, and you will catch me live. But Pisces, amazing. Ace of Wands, Two of Cups. Some sort of new beginning here for you, Pisces. Could be in love for sure. The Star, this is looking very positive. Some delays. You have the Hangman, but we'll, again, we're going to clarify this. Nine of Cups, a Wish, Six of Swords, moving on, Hermit. Yeah, this is definitely looking very good, Pisces, is what I would say to you here. So let's see what is going on for you here, Pisces, in this situation. For some of you, I feel like this is just freedom in a lot of ways. This could be mental freedom. It's almost like you are mentally free here. This is actually quite a simple reading, Pisces, but it's also extremely successful. Ace of Wands, Star to the Hermit. This is you literally shining your inner light. This has been coming up for weeks, Pisces, but I feel like it's your time, Pisces. I feel like that there's a lot of success, a lot of good news, a lot of good things coming in for Pisces. So love it. You have this watch and wait card, the Seahorse Spirit card. So for some of you, I feel like you are waiting for something. It could be like a passionate love offer with the Ace of Wands and the Two of Cups. You have the Two of Swords here. It's like something needs to be said or done here, but this is coming up in the past. So something might have already been said here in a love situation in this past position. So I don't even know why I'm mentioning it. But Pisces, in this row, you have the Ace of Wands, the Two of Swords, the Two of Cups. This to me is like some sort of passionate new beginning. There could have been like a false start with a person with that Ace of Wands and that Two of Swords. It's like maybe you thought you were going to be with someone. Maybe things didn't really work out in the past with that Two of Swords. It's like someone couldn't make a decision, or maybe a head over heart decision was made with this Two of Swords. Two of Cups, there could still be love in this situation for some of you. Obviously, that's not going to be the story for all of you. But I feel that for some of you that there could still be love here, but there's delays here. But I don't know, I get freedom in this last row, and it's with this co-creation card. So Pisces, again, we'll put this all together at the end. For most of you, this is like knowing that you need to be bold and assertive is what I feel like for you here, Pisces. Two of Cups to me can just be you and your higher self. To me, Two of Cups can just be your connection to your higher self. This Ace of Wands is like wanting to create something, wanting to put something out into the world. I think the most important thing for Pisces right now is the fact that a lot of you are being pushed towards having some sort of mission or towards starting a mission in your life. This could be any type of mission, and it might seem big, it might seem small, it doesn't really matter what it is. But because Uranus has officially kind of left your second house, Pisces, I talked about this last week as well. Like Uranus will be going retrograde this year, but you know, Uranus when it retrogrades, it only goes back a few degrees. It doesn't go back, you know, all that far. And it will be going retrograde until the beginning of the year. Here's the thing that I would say to you, Pisces, is that if you're a Pisces, chances are you might have a lot of Capricorn placements in your astrology, or you might have some earth sign placements. This Uranus retrograde will actually benefit those of you that have these Capricorn placements in your chart. So if you have Capricorn placements in your chart, it'll probably be pretty beneficial to you. I would say that, you know, looking at it, I feel like that it could be a little bit challenging for those of you Pisces that have a little bit of like some Aquarius placements. Like if you're an Aquarius rising or something like that, like me, then there could be some challenges. But I actually wouldn't really worry about it. Uranus to me has, you know, again, I know that I've only lived a short life, but you know, Uranus is a generational planet. It's very far away. And it's like how, you know, I always question how much do retrogrades that happen so far away from us, you know, Uranus is basically 1 billion miles away from Earth, literally 1 billion miles. So it's like, you know, how much does it really affect us? Probably not much. And again, planets like Uranus are considered generational, meaning they affect an entire generation. They don't really affect us on a more personal level. So, you know, again, I wouldn't really worry about it. But again, basically what I was saying is that I feel like you are being pushed towards a mission in your life. You have this Ace of Wands, the Star, the Hermit, literally sharing your mission. Two of Swords. What will everybody think? What will everybody in my life think? What will my Uncle Bob think if I tell him that my mission on Earth is to get everybody to start a worm farm in their backyard? What will my cousin Judy think if I share these things? What's going to happen here with the Two of Swords? So needing to get away from the what ifs. Maybe you're interested in someone who's different than your usual type, or maybe you're interested in something. You could be feeling the judgments here. Again, this is coming from all the energy in Capricorn in the first place, Pisces. All that energy in Capricorn, you know, that we have, even though most of those planets are still retrograde, that are in Capricorn. You know, Capricorn to me, according to Chris's crappy astrology on a very loose level, especially for you Pisces, it's your 11th house. Or for most of you, it's going to be your 11th house. That's not going to be true for all of you. You know, we could be feeling, you know, judged by people. But it's like the whole reason that we have all these planets in Capricorn is for us Pisces to say, I don't care what people think anymore. So there you go, Pisces. Next, you have the flexibility card. I feel like some of you are learning that you have to be flexible in certain situations here. Really, I feel like this is saying that you are being enlightened in this middle row. It's like you are gathering some details. You are learning something very exciting here, Pisces. I feel very good about this. Again, we're going to clarify it, and I'm sure it's going to get more exciting, Pisces, but I feel like for a lot of you, this middle row is like saying you are realizing with this flexibility card that you have a lot more options in your life than you originally thought. I was doing your daily reading the other night, and I'm pretty sure it's like you keep getting the Starfish Spirit card in one of these decks. In the Starfish Spirit kind of represents having multiple options, like having multiple different directions you could go in your life. And really, I feel like this is a realization. It's like on this Eight of Cups here, she's walking towards the sun. You know, Eight of Cups can be a card of walking away from something or walking away from things in general that no longer serve you. For some of you, I do feel like this could be moving on from a love situation. Eight of Cups, Six of Swords. It's like you're moving away from something here. I feel like you're moving away from someone who is cold and detached. So again, I feel like if that story is for you, it's just, you know, you're moving away from someone who's basically a hermit, plain and simple. For others, I feel like you're walking towards the sun. This star is your inner light. I feel like you're getting ready to shine your inner light here. There's something that you are here to do. It's like, look at this cord attaching that star card here, Pisces. There is a cord on this card attached to the star. And the hangman is you, Pisces. It is, you know, the hangman can represent sacrifice, delays, or feeling like you have to make some sort of sacrifice. But really, for some reason, I feel like this hangman is almost like saying, once you do what you're supposed to do, everything will just fall into place very easily. It's almost like you don't have to do anything. It's almost like people will be asking you here in this middle row, how did you accomplish that? Whatever you're accomplishing. For some of you, it could be love. For some of you, this could be in business or work. It's like you're accomplishing something here is my intuitive feeling. And I feel like people are like, how the hell did you do that? Because on the outside, it's almost like you look like you're not doing anything. I'm getting this like spider spirit card. Again, in the one of these animal decks is a spider spirit card, and it's popping into my head right now. The spider spirit card can represent like weaving your own story, Pisces, telling your own story. But at the same time, like a spider is a very small, well, a lot of spiders are very small, but they build these great big webs. And it's like, where does all that silk come from? How do they produce it, all that silk? I feel like people, that's what's popping into my head right now. I feel like people are looking at you like a spider, Pisces. I feel like they're a little bit afraid of you because they're like, but in a good way. It's like, how the hell did you accomplish so much when on the outside it looks like you're doing nothing? I feel like what people don't see is all the BS that you went through to get to this place. It's like people might be calling you lucky at this time, Pisces, but you're not lucky. I feel like nobody sees what you had to go through. In your last row here, you have the co-create card. I feel like some of you could be co-creating something here. For some of you, I'm getting coming out of the cold. So again, if you've been looking for love, Pisces, I just get the intuitive feeling that there could be love in this last row. Nobody is showing up in your reading. To me, this is an all about you reading. You do have the Two of Cups, the Star, Nine of Cups, so you might have some sort of wish in love. And so if you're thinking about a specific person, or if there's like, someone that you admire or whatever, this could be that person coming into your life for sure, Pisces, with this row. And again, we're going to clarify these rows at the end. But again, you have the Nine of Cups, Six of Swords, Hermit. It's like you're coming out of the cold here. The Nine of Cups is a wish, of course, coming in for you. Six of Swords, moving on to calmer shores, and the Hermit. The Hermit, this makes perfect sense to me, going from the Star to the Hermit here. This would be, normally, it would go Hermit to the Star if we're going, in order here, Pisces, because the Hermit is 9, Star is 17. But I feel like for a lot of you, that's like you are finally shining your inner light here. The Hermit is kind of like, this person, the Hermit, has normally been through a very hard journey. They've been through this right here, Six of Swords, dark night of the soul, a rite of passage, some sort of challenges. The Hermit normally has the Star in their lantern on a traditional deck. So it's like you are shining your inner light. But it's kind of like you have learned how to contain your power here, and you've learned how much energy. I feel like the Star, it's like this is very uncontained. You know what I mean? It's like she's just blasting her star all over the place, right, Pisces? And it's like here, it's like you have learned how to contain your energy is the feeling that I'm getting here. It's like you have learned how much energy to give out, exactly what to say, when to say it, who to give it to. The list goes on and on. And it's like, it's very interesting. Again, you go from the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands would be blasting it out all over the place, right? So it's like, this is like containing your energy, but in a good way. So Pisces, if you can't tell, I love this reading. So let's clarify this and let's see what else we get for you here. Between the Ace of Wands here and the Eight of Cups, you have the Seven of Clubs. Definitely could have been some sort of false start in a relationship, like I was saying at the beginning of the reading. It's like maybe things were progressing too slowly with the Mouse Spirit card. The Mouse Spirit represents very small movements. It could also be like too many details getting in the way of some sort of new beginning. So, but I feel like this is so minor, Pisces. I feel like for some of you that this could have been a relationship. It could have been some project that you wanted to get started on, or some sort of business here with that Ace of Wands. And it's like maybe you were paying attention to too many things that didn't matter. Eight of Cups is like, hey, I'm paying attention to too many things that don't matter. I'm going to walk towards the sun. I'm just going to focus on happiness. And then boom, Nine of Cups. You get your happiness, Pisces. So love it. Between the Two of Swords here and the Star, you have the Three of Hearts. I don't attach a meaning to the Three of Hearts. The Three of Hearts is not a real Lenormand card. And in the playing card reading system, the Three of Hearts is, I just call it an indicator card. To me, it indicates the direction of the reading. To me, it says that this reading is moving forward in a positive direction. So I feel like you're moving forward in a positive direction there. Love it. Between the Two of Cups and the Hangman, you have the Three of Clubs. Three of Clubs is a second chance in the playing card reading system. Like I said, some of you could be, I think I said this in the beginning of the reading, some of you could be getting a second chance in love. This could be someone from the past. It doesn't have to be Pisces. I always say that the Three of Clubs is just like feeling like you have found your person again. And again, this could be a new person. It doesn't have to be someone from the past. So I feel like this could be someone who's like your divine counterpart with that Two of Cups. Love it. Between the Eight of Cups and the Nine of Cups here, you have the Four of Diamonds. Yeah, there was definitely some sort of pause here, Pisces. I love the Ace of Wands. It's actually one of my favorite cards in the tarot because to me, it's like the setting down your roots, if I can't even speak. It's like setting down your roots in something. It's like that spark, that beginning, root that takes root. How many times can I say that word, right? But I feel like it's like the start of something. Four of Diamonds here in the playing card reading system is a card of patience. It's like, it literally is patience for your soulmate. So some of you could be being patient for your soulmate, but it's also a card that can just represent maybe like a false start over here on a project or a business or something. And it's like, now you're starting it the right way. Between the Star here and the Six of Swords, you have the Queen of Clubs. This card is called the Snake, and it can represent a tricky person, a sneaky person, someone who sees you shining your inner light here and doesn't like it. Of course, people don't like that. Remember what I was saying about your cousin Judy or whatever the hell I was talking about there? It's like, this could be the people who don't want you to leave them. I've said this a million times to you, Pisces, because I think that Pisces is the sign that is mostly affected by this, especially with all that energy in your 11th house. It's like if people don't, people expect you to just be an emotional sponge for them. They just expect you to do things that they want, because that's the challenge of being a Pisces, right? So the Queen of Clubs is like, you start shining your inner light and all these people are like, what the hell are you doing? Trying to, are you saying you're better than us? And there's your sign right there, the wambulance. But I feel like people are like, seeing you becoming successful, and it's like they don't like it. Of course people don't like that, right? It's like, so I feel like some of you might be maybe having some difficulties with family or friends or people. Again, Capricorn in your 11th house, all that stuff. And so I feel like you're dealing with those challenges, some of you. And it's like people don't like you being successful. Well, screw 'em is what I say there. I really don't know another way to say it. Between the Hangman and the Hermit, yep, you have learned. You did some soul searching, like I said at the beginning of the reading. This is called the Bear in the Lenormand card reading system. And it represents learning, it represents education, and it's normally on this card here, there are like two little baby bears with this mother bear. And it can represent burdens, it can represent having gone through some difficulties and challenges, but ultimately, it's a card of like major success for you, Pisces. It's one of my favorite cards in the Lenormand card reading system because it can also represent great progress, making huge leaps forward in great progress. Yeah, in your top row here, you have the 5 of Spades. This card, in this deck here, this deck has, it's called the Maybe Lenormand. Some of these cards are just extra cards. This is one of them. They call this card the Train or something. They say that it represents building momentum. I do feel that for some of you. It's like there was this false start, and it's like now there's a new beginning. It's like you're building momentum with something in your life here. It's like you're starting to move forward. To me, the 5 of Spades in the playing card reading system represents needing to take a risk. To me, it can represent taking some sort of leap of faith. So I feel like some of you need to take a leap of faith here in some sort of situation. It could be something I feel like this is your inner pull here. You have the Queen of Clubs and the Star. The Star is your inner light, but it could also be something you have your eye on. That Queen of Clubs is called the Snake. It can represent being afraid of something. It can represent, it can actually be a good card. It can say maybe you feel like you're being seduced. Maybe you feel like something is too good to be true, but maybe it's not. Maybe you need to take the risk. In this middle row here, yeah, what do you know? You have the Fox. I would definitely be careful of tricky people with the Fox card and the Queen of Clubs. But so again, this could be like a tricky situation that you're involved in here. I feel like you just need to trust your senses. I'm actually going to clarify this more, Pisces, in just a second. I would be careful of tricky people, but this could be you tricking yourself out of something. I feel like I've been saying this to you for three weeks straight. You always get this card. The Fox can represent tricky people, but it can also represent something that you're not seeing. It can say that you are looking at something as too good to be true. You are looking at something, and so, it says don't trick yourself. And like I said, it's like you go from the Star to the Hermit, and remember I was saying like contained? This could say maybe you do need to go this way. Maybe you are holding back on something with this Hermit card. Maybe you do need to blast your inner light. Well, I mean, I feel like you should anyway, but it's like maybe you shouldn't hold back. Maybe you should be blasting things out there. And in your bottom row here, you have the 2 of Spades. This card can represent a breakup. So there could have been like some sort of breakup, like I said, here, Pisces, with the 2 of Spades. In this deck here, I feel they refer to this card, I can't remember as what, but they say that it can represent actually an agreement or coming together. So some of you could be here. Yeah, between the Fox, with the Fox here, you have the King of Clubs. This card is called the Clouds, and the Clouds is a confusing energy. Some of you could be like a fire sign here that's trying to trick you, Queen of Clubs, King of Clubs. There could have been some confusion here in that situation. Yeah, you have the Jack of Spades here as well. This card is called the Child. Could have been like some sort of immature decision here, Pisces, is what I'd say. Jack of Diamonds, breakup, some sort of breakup or separation that you're dealing with here, Pisces. Yeah, I feel like you have it's like you know where your heart is, Pisces. I say this to you every single week. This card is called the Gentleman. It is the Ace of Hearts. I asked for an overall outcome, and you have that Ace of Hearts. That card says, trust your inner guidance with the Star card. And this card says, trust your heart. Follow your heart, basically. It'll lead you exactly to where you want to go. So, Pisces, I actually really like this reading quite a bit. So, thank you for watching, Pisces. Really appreciate it, and definitely enjoy your week.